If you have a 2019 or newer Ford Ranger, there's a very simple, very cheap mod you can do that'll not only make your truck look better, but will also provide more protection for your intercooler. And as you can see in the front bumper, there's just this big gap between two parts of what look like honeycomb mesh, but they don't really allow airflow. But your whole intercooler under the grill is just exposed. And even on this truck here that has less than 30,000 miles on it, you can see all these little nicks to the intercooler there. So there's a very affordable part you can install, made by Putco, and it's just a new metal grill that you can slip right in and install to protect your intercooler and keep the honeycomb pattern of the grill going. Now the trick is, if you don't have the adaptive cruise control, this part will be very easy to install. If you do have the adaptive cruise control, there'd just be a big rectangular sensor in here that would be in the way. And according to the instructions for this part by Putco, you have to drop the whole fascia of the truck off to install it. But if you don't have the adaptive cruise control, you can install this part without dropping the bumper. So that's what we're going to show in this video. To install this part on your Ranger, you will be using two holes in the front bumper that are meant for the license plate bracket if you have a front plate. And there are also two double-sided adhesive strips that also secure the bottom of this new grill. And those adhesive strips will hook under the bottom of the opening that's currently on the truck. So first we'll use a little rubbing alcohol per the instructions to just clean the underside of this lip in the bottom of the grill opening. Then we can use the included adhesion promoter on the underside of that same lip to prep the surface. You don't really need to get it everywhere, just the two areas where we know the adhesive strips are going to bond. And now for the hard part, which is managing to fit this in without dropping the front bumper or hitting the intercooler in the back. So I've already done it once before filming, so now let's do it. Before you peel off the double-sided tape, make sure that the holes in the tabs are already lined up with the holes in the lower part of the grill opening. So I went ahead and I already did one side. I installed one stainless steel bolt with a washer. These are M6 stainless steel bolts. And now I'll do the other side. And since we're working with stainless steel, be sure to put a little bit of anti-seize on the bolts so they don't gall. It's hard to see on video, but there is a little bit of foam down here that you'll have to wedge the tab in between the foam and the lower bumper or fascia plastic. So now that we've got things all lined up, there's really not a lot of side-to-side movement in this. So now we can undo the double-sided sticky tape, and then once it's in place we can tighten up the 2 bolts, and that should be it. Alright, there we go. Now it's all kind of adhered in place for the most part on the bottom edge. So now we can tighten the bolts. One thing you may want to do while tightening the bolts is to make sure you pull out a little bit with one finger, and maybe also lift up slightly so the new grill insert fits flush with the border that's already in the bumper and fascia. So there you have it. For less than $80, you get something that not only makes your Ranger look better, but it also provides a little more protection for your intercooler. And again, if you don't have the adaptive cruise control, it installs just like this. If you have the adaptive cruise control sensor, you have to buy an entirely different part with a square hole in the middle, and you'd have to drop the whole front fascia of the truck to be able to install it. But if you don't have the adaptive cruise control, this is one of the easiest mods you can possibly do to your truck. And you can do it in a half hour if you want to. So that's it for today's video, and thank you for watching.